Dow rises to new record on the back of strong earnings from Goldman Sachs. Stocks were little changed at Tuesday's open as the corporate earnings season kicked into full gear with companies like Goldman Sachs and Johnson & Johnson releasing their quarterly results. The Dow Jones Industrial Average and S&P 500 traded just below the flatline, while the Nasdaq Composite slipped 0.1%. Goldman Sachs reported earnings per share and revenue that topped analyst expectations amid a strong performance from the company's investment banking and trading divisions. Goldman shares. Johnson & Johnson, meanwhile, saw a 42% profit surge in the previous quarter, fueled by growth in its prescription drugs business. The Dow component, J.P. Morgan Chase. So far, just over 5% of S&P 500 companies have reported calendar second quarter earnings, according to FactSet. Of those companies, investors will welcome the strong start to the earnings season, but the outlook for corporate profits remains bleak. Analysts expect, looking at this earnings season, the key question is, will trade uncertainty cause businesses to pull back on spending and investment enough so that it begins to weigh on earnings? Said Tom Essay, founder of the Sevens Report, in a note. If there is evidence, China and the US have slapped tariffs on billions of dollars worth of each other's imports since last year. The ongoing trade, United Airlines and CSX are among the companies due to report after the bell Tuesday. Morgan Stanley stocks rose to notch a fresh record close on Monday, but gains were tepid as Wall Street monitors the start of earnings season. The record highs represent a modest continuation of a Wall Street rally triggered last week after Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell indicated during congressional testimony that an interest rate cut may be on the horizon. UP's Elliott Smith contributed to this report.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.